In yesterday's video, I spoke about how conspiracy theories are now at the forefront of society, meaning the truth has taken a back seat and more people are deciding to trust a conspiracy theory narrative with conspirators like Candy Owens, for example, Alex Jones, and they're built like this pretty incredible cult-like following. And today we're going to be exposing how Candy Owens especially has built a cult-like following based off of her conspiracy theory narratives, the most provocative thing you can say under the face of the earth, considering that loads of these people are part of the dark tetrad, Machiavellianism, psychopathy, you got narcissism, and the cult leader herself is quite high on the list. Evidently, her behavior has exemplified just that. I don't know if you guys have seen many of my other videos. If you're new to the channel, definitely do yourself a favor and go and look at some of the other videos that I've made. And I mentioned a couple of times how Candy Owens' behavior is like of a cult leader, and then also her followers are very much like the cult following, the disciples, the worshippers of the cult leader, Candy Owens. And it's amazing to me in today's day and age how many people are less trusting, and yet they choose to trust someone like Candy Owens. Trust is a big deal, especially when it comes to this sort of space, right? The podcaster world. How do we know whether or not someone is actually telling us the truth or lying for clicks? Candy Owens lies for clicks. That is abundantly clear. I have made video after video showing you guys proof and evidence, but the moment Candy Owens can say loads of things that are wrong, and no one except myself and several others will point it out. So there's track record, right? Consistency of her lying and not having a very good name. But her cult-like followers don't care to do their own research behind the scenes, and except they decide to believe everything that she has to say because she's going, trust me, bro. The whole trust me, bro narrative is a very powerful one with someone that is less trusting of the mainstream media, especially when you got people like Candy saying, we can't trust the feds, we can't trust the mainstream media, we can't trust anyone, but you can trust me, guys. Even though she lies to the skin of her teeth, don't worry, you can trust old Candy Owens to reveal the truth for you all, except it's not the truth, except it is just a bunch of lies. They sound fantastic because they are so provocative. They're beyond the realm of believability. But the problem is, a vast majority of them, the people that are watching Candy Owens, don't want to do their due diligence and they don't want to actually hear the truth. And they're the problem when it comes down to the dark tetrad elements behind this. They always believe the cult leader. And it's so hard to get out of a cult, especially when you are like not actually believing in the truth. So that's why we've got to be relatively consistent in sharing the truth and exposing Candy Owens' lies. That's exactly why I'm doing this, not for any other reason, except I'm sick and tired of people that have a massive audience that lie. I don't even know how they sleep at night, especially when you're not telling the truth. But anyway, Nathan Livingston and Milk Bar TV, who does a brilliant job of exposing Candy Owens and putting together videos. And then I just want to amplify them even more. So appreciate you, mate, for doing this. He puts together a video of exposing just how Candace Owens has built a cult-like following off of just the Charlie Kirk assassination, not to mention the Brigitte Macron stuff. All of her followers worship her. It is crazy to see how many people actually worship Candy Owens and say that she can do no wrong. She's never lost a lawsuit. Well, she lost a lawsuit recently with the Australian government. That's another story, which I made a video about in case you're wondering. And I mean, she's going to lose more. It's only a matter of time. But the problem with people, they have this savior complex. They think that the cult leader can do absolutely no wrong, even though the cult leader does lots of wrong. It's like, for example, you have a criminal or the abuser consistently abuses a person and the abused protects the abuser. It's kind of like that sort of mentality. Candace is abusing all of her following by not telling the truth, by lying to every single one of us. And then everyone's just protecting her because they're too afraid of what she's going to do. She can't do jack. She can't do jack. So why in the world are you following and defending this crazy woman? It's beyond me. Anyway, have a watch of this.
You got to be just insane to trust the authorities. As soon as somebody says, we're just trusting the authorities, suspect on the list. What do you mean we're trusting the feds? Like, since when are we doing that? And trusting the feds. Don't question anything. I don't really trust these feds, right? I'm like, no, we don't trust the feds. And since when do we trust the feds? Trust us, we're the feds, bro. We don't trust the feds. I don't trust anybody. I don't trust anything right now. Okay, I trust absolutely nothing. Mia writes, we need truth, and I trust only you right now. Thank you. Aravik writes, you're the only voice I fully trust. Trust me, trust me. Rose writes, no matter what videos I've seen from people on the left or right calling you crazy, I call it fake and gay. You have my full support. Truth is all that matters, and Christ is king. Yeah, here is the thing. People know truth when they hear it. Okay? You know truth. You know truth when you see it. Charlie's neck indeed did stop the bullet. Without question. Okay? And this is going to dispel a lot of theories that are out there. And I'm telling you this 100%. Charlie Kirk was shot from the front, and the bullet did not exit. Nothing is making sense at all. It has not made sense from the very beginning, okay? And that's because the feds are involved. I'm grateful that you guys trust me to be your voice. They didn't recover a bullet from a 30-06. Just didn't happen. He was shot with a completely different kind of gun, obviously. We can only trust the feds. Tell us what happened. Yeah, right. We can't trust them at all. I only have a platform because I keep telling the truth. You know, if I had lied, I wouldn't have earned your trust. There's old footage of Tyler Robinson that is now circulating from a car accident that he had. Tyler certainly refers to it as his car, not his vehicle.
And as I get into the intersection, there was a vehicle in the lane.
So I say, just be transparent. I don't trust people that don't just release and speak about everything. There's a lot more information that I wish I could share. There is, of course, a specific reason why I am asking for that. So if you're going to be transparent, be transparent. I think you should let me see that because people trust me. I'm not going to publish it. I just want to see it. I'm not going to publish the footage, but I want to see it with my own two eyes so I can stand on this platform, so I can sit here on this platform and I can say to the world, no funny business happened. Truly, we can all go home. It was Tyler Robinson and he acted alone. And I think the world would trust me. I think the world will trust me.
You know, the saying, the more you repeat a lie, the more you begin to believe the lie. It's programming. It's like indoctrination. The more you say something, the more likely you are to pick up on it. And the more likely it begins to ingrain in your subconscious. And then you start believing that it's actually true. And then this issue that we've got in today's day and age, whereby how do we trust someone? How do we trust the information that we're receiving is actually right? We can't. We don't know. There's just so much information. It's like information overload at the moment. And I always say, keep it simple. Always keep it simple. If it sounds too good to be true, more than likely it is too good to be true, right? Let's go with that kind of framing. But if it's super, super provocative and they don't provide any receipts, no evidence whatsoever, then she's probably lying. Because if you are saying something in journalism, especially, the role of a journalist is not to go, you got to prove me wrong. The role of a journalist is not, trust me, bro. The role of a journalist is to tell the truth. It's to also provide evidence and facts. And sure, we've got mainstream media fellows at the moment that are incredibly biased. And they spin stories, they spin words because it's drama. It gets people, hooked. It's like the sell, right? I was sales trained, so I know exactly what these people are doing. Human psychology is a fascinating one. Also marketing. And what Candace Owens is doing is just tremendous marketing. That's all it is. It's drama. I'm going to program you into my cult. I'm going to isolate these certain messages. And then you guys are going to be less trusting of the feds, the mainstream media, all these other people. So therefore, you can only come to me and trust me. You know what I say? I say, don't trust me. Trust this. Because if I go astray from the Bible, then I would love people to call me out. I would love people to correct me. And if I get a fact wrong or I say something that's incorrect, people are more than welcome to correct me. I don't see Candace Owens doing that at all. The Bible encourages questions. You can't question Candace Owens because she's the arbiter of truth. It's abundantly clear what she's trying to do and how she's doing it. And if you're not careful, you'll miss it. If you're just following blindly and not thinking with reason, rationale, and with the Holy Spirit, you will miss the importance of what I'm trying to say. You will miss the fact that she is lying to you. I mean, it's not hard. I mean, there's so many things that she said, even in the last couple of weeks, about the Charlie Kirk assassination that can be disproven. The only thing that she said or provided for us was the leaked text message. That's it. And even then, we knew what the text message was all about before she even released it. And everyone's going, oh, she released a text message. She's right about everything. No, just because you say one thing right doesn't negate all the other things you've said wrong. It's like somehow it's a blanket slate. Everything else is wiped clean, and it's only one thing that I'm going to look at now as being gospel. No, it doesn't work like that. But that's what she wants all of us to do. And she's done a very good job. Not going to lie. There are lots of people out there, when I see their comments, I'm like, you're either a bloody troll or you've got a very concerning brain. Very, very concerning. If you are a real person that is defending and supporting this woman, maybe you should get a serious mental health check. Just wanted to point that out. Because if I can see it and so many other very smart people can see it, why can't you? I mean, I'm making these videos and honestly, come on. The more I make these videos, the more I make sense. Do I not? I mean, the Bible even talks about beware of those the false teachers, right? The wolves in sheep's clothing. They will come to you and they'll sound great. You know, the thing is with cults is leaving a cult isn't easy. Except it's so easy with Candace Owens. Unsubscribe, stop watching her. She has no control over anyone, but yet millions of people follow her. And that is scary, considering how many lies she's been sharing. And most people, they don't know they've actually joined a cult. Most people that I've seen that have been leaving comments, I wonder how many unresolved issues they've got going on in their life that have led them to believing in what Candy Owens is saying. There's usually some sort of psychological element behind this, which I find fascinating. They become isolated, so therefore they jump on the bandwagon of Candy Owens sounds like she's telling the truth. They believe they're being persuaded by the media, by this and that, like they're constantly fighting back and forth. And then they look at someone like Candy Owens and like, oh, she's amazing. They get manipulated into joining, subscribing, and then supporting, giving supers. Oh, you said this. I love it. I don't ask for any of that. None of it. In fact, I lost money doing the work dingbat t-shirts for you guys. Maybe I might do it another time. because like, I do this because it's the right thing to do. And yes, getting paid for hard work is like a trade-off. I've been working hard at this for a long time, and I'll continue working hard. But I don't say, follow me. She says, follow me. Subscribe. Send me tips, guys. The mummy slews of the internet. Send me tips. So hopefully this has helped expose her grift, her shock jock mentality that, you know, the whole conspiratorial narrative has hijacked the right at the moment, or hijacked conservatism, if you want to call it that, these days, because it's not really looking like conservatism, if you ask me. Looking like something other than that, something very worrisome. Anyway, that's enough from me. You guys take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.